Hello everyone, this is Armando again with DLC Model Builders, and for my next superhero figure build, I am doing Deadpool. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Deadpool. I myself was not very familiar with him. I understand he originated in 1991 is when he was introduced, and by that time I had stopped collecting comics. I collected them throughout most of the 70s and 80s. So he's a relatively new character, at least as far as I'm concerned, but I think he's pretty cool, and certainly the figure and his uniform are cool. So I got a hold of this kit. This is the Mike Baldwin from Underworld Sculpture 1/6 scale resin kit. Now there are some peculiarities with this kit that I want to go over. I've done a little bit of prep work, not much. I wanted to show you how the kit came. I purchased this from a gentleman at the Clubhouse forum. He put it up on the swap and sell area as the Mike Baldwin Underworld Sculptures Deadpool kit. It's a rare kit. It's not in production right now. The body certainly seems like the original casting, but I have my doubts about the arms. I see a little bit more flesh than I would expect. Some of it there, some of it between his fingers. I've been working on that to get it all cleaned up. I had to do some cleanup here too. It may just be a function of the different type of resin. As you can see, there are 3 different types of resin. This light gray, the dark gray for the arms, for the head, and the beige for the arm and the base. It could just be that they ran out of some type of resin and used another. Whatever. The quality is not bad, even if the arms are recasts. I will tell you that they had these huge cylinders where the injection of the resin was done. This one actually had this thing sticking out of here, and I had to basically cut it out, and as you can see, I have some smoothing out work to do on that elbow. This one, it was fortunately coming out of there, and I just chopped it off. There's a huge bubble there too, as you can see. That'll probably have to be worked on when I attach them. The usual contact flash mold flash is seen. I guess this is the risky run of buying it second party or third party, who knows. But still, it looks like Mike Baldwin's work. This certainly looks like original. The right foot was broken. It was snapped right there. I glued that on and pinned it yesterday, and it came out pretty good. Also, the left foot was warped a little bit. The leg was bowed a little inward, about maybe I don't know, a centimeter inward. So I heated this area up with my heat gun, and very judiciously, when this felt nice and malleable, I extended it and held it in place until it straightened out, and now it stands on its own with a repair of the right ankle fracture and the left leg bow leg. So I guess I'm applying my orthopedic medical skills there to the kit. Anyway, should be a fun kit to build. I love the color combinations on this guy's uniform, and I will be following him as faithfully as I can. He's got a bunch of guns and knives, just like Deadpool does, and of course his katana, which I'll be attaching, and this is the sheath that goes in his back. So this is my next superhero figure build. I will, as usual, be doing this concurrently with other figure builds, and I will be announcing those as I start them. One potential one is right here, Joker. I'll probably be starting that as well. And I've got another beauty over here that I just received today that, well, I can give you a preview. This guy is the black uniform Spidey based on the Sensational Spider-Man issue number 38 cover, where he's on top of the grave that says "Here lies Eddie Brock." This kid's spectacular, and my feeling on this is I'll probably be doing Deadpool along with him, and probably the Joker. Those will be my 3 figure builds that I'll be doing concurrently as I work to finish the Defiant, which is very close to finishing. Today I did a lot of work on that, but I don't want to mix my videos here, guys. So this is the Deadpool video. I'll talk about Spidey on his own video, and about the Defiant in his own video. Anyway, I'll keep you guys apprised. Talk to you later. Continuing on my Deadpool, I've completed all the masking for the red parts, combination of tape and putty, silly putty. As you can see, he's all primered and ready to go. I'm going to start with some pre-shading and of the valleys and all, like I usually do, and then I'll come back and I'll show you. Okay. More work on my Deadpool. As you can see, I have completed applying all the red, and I've also completed the base. For the red, I chose to go with a darker motif. Depending on who draws them, as with all comic book characters, the colors might differ. The most recent iterations of them have more of a cherry red type color, but I kind of like the darker red type color, so I took the red, the Spees red, and added some black to it. In fact, I thought I'd gone overboard on it because it was so dark, but actually it turned out perfect. And in fact, I may use this same shade or something similar for my upcoming Daredevil build. I have some saved over here in my stash of paints, so I'll be mixing it and playing with the tones and see what I can come up with. But I really like it. All the red is applied. Now I'm going to remove the masks from the parts that are supposed to be black and remask and go ahead with the black. As for the base, that was a fun bit of paint. I went ahead and painted the logo as I found it online by masking off this set of circular tiles in the center. I did a toned down version of it. I didn't want it to be really shiny because it is, after all, supposed to be a brick floor. So I used the same red that I used on him for this. This is a dark charcoal, which I lightened up at the center using the brick technique, and this is just an off-white that I used and then scuffed a little bit. For the tiles, I used beige that I mixed, as well as a slate gray that I mixed, and some of them I left with the primer gray, which I kind of liked. I went ahead and used Tamiya Desert Yellow for the grout, and then I dry brushed the Secret Weapon Pigments Metallic Iron with a dry brush. Add a little water, it seeped into some of the grout, and I repainted some of it again with the Desert Yellow. And the grout around the symbol I painted with the NATO Black Tamiya to emphasize it a bit more. I allowed it to dry overnight, and then I'm going to apply the dull testers on it, and that'll be it for the base. I'll probably add a pin to it once the figure is ready to be set on it, simply because this is not a very heavy base, and he's heavier than the base, and I don't trust him to stand on there and not fall over, so he needs to be secured. So that's what's going on, and I'm quite pleased with this. I wanted to use the brick technique with this, and I did use it to some degree. I painted the centers of the bricks with the colors and allowed the gray primer to emphasize the edges, and but I wanted different colored bricks this time, not all red brick like I did with Batwoman. And I like it. I think it's cool the way it looks, like a wall with different colored bricks. Oh, this is maroon, by the way, from my Spees. So there's several different colors there. Anyway, that's what's going on with him. I'll come back when I finish the black parts. And then of course I have to do the gun, the knife, the katana, all that fun stuff, which will probably be hand painted, at least the belts on his body. So, be back later. Back, and I have completed Deadpool. Let me just go through what I've done. As you know, the base, I've described how it was done before. As far as Deadpool himself, a lot of the detail painting was done with paintbrush and Tamiya. The red leather-like belts were painted with what's the name of that color? Hull red. Tamiya XF9. The buckles, and some of these buckles here, these were gunmetal Tamiya. This was red-brown Tamiya with thin magic marker for the lines and chrome for the buttons. That was aluminum on the outside and black Tamiya on the inside with white in the center. This was green-black Tamiya. Same as the little detail there. The guns I did with chrome silver and NATO black on the handle side details. The AK-47 I did with alclad gunmetal, and the katana I did with polished aluminum alclad. Just go through the back here. The katana I painted in the traditional black and white detail, the handle anyway. All in all, this is a really nice looking kit, and I'm really proud of how this one came out. I didn't think it would come out this nice, to be honest. Lots of detail work, lots of masking, tedious masking, but in the end I think it's clearly worth it. The final coat on the base was Tester's dull coat. On the figure was satin, Krylon satin, and the katana I glued last. That one I coated with Future to give it more some shine. I didn't trust the Krylon on the alclad. I've seen what it's done before. In fact, actually it's only happened with the Krylon gloss, since I did do satin on here and nothing happened. So it's the Krylon gloss that basically dissolved the chrome on Wolverine's claws one time before when I was trying to fix them. So I don't spray it on alclad anymore. Anyway, that's my Deadpool, and hope you enjoyed the build. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.